When I really think about it, there's something absolutely magical about day one characters in One Piece. I say that because one of Oda's greatest weaknesses as a writer is more syndrome. More islands, more characters, more mysteries, more. And sometimes more could be too much. One Piece initially was supposed to be a story that ended in 5 years fighting the emperors, but Oda came up with the warlords and the rest is history. That's why I have a deep appreciation for day one characters. Like, I appreciate knowing the fact that a character wasn't a last minute add on, and Oda really thought this character out and had plans for them. And other than rare haired shines, it doesn't get more day one than KOBY. KOBY is the embodiment of one of my favorite lyrics. And it goes, started from the bottom, now we here. And when I say the bottom, I am talking the bottom of Alvida's ship. You see, KOBY comes from humble beginnings. He is a character that truly got it out the mud. And I want to explore the mental and physical progression of KOBY. For dope videos weekly, smash that subscribe button like KOBY smashed those battleship bags. He's introduced us as the most spineless cabin boy in East Blue. No aura at all. I'm talking if aura scouters existed, his aura levels would be -1 million. I'm talking aura so low, he makes Usopp look like prime white bear in terms of aura. Okay, you get what I'm saying. On top of that, he doesn't believe in himself whatsoever. The man has no self-esteem, and he is a doormat. It's so bad that his full-time job is hyping up this insecure, rotisserie chicken built bitch that has the audacity to call herself a pirate, named Alvida. The problem is KOBY has accepted his fate that he will be on a ship for the rest of his life and he has no dog in him. This is when he meets Monkey D. Luffy and his life changes forever. You see, unlike KOBY, Luffy is a free-spirited and has the filter of a child. He ain't scared to talk that gangster shit and roast Alvida in front of KOBY. Luffy puts hands on Alvida and boldly proclaims his dream of being the Pirate King. And he has the unwavering resolve to die for it. Seeing Luffy's action pushes KOBY out of his comfort zone and he finally finds his balls. This is when we find out his dreams of joining the Marines and fighting the bad guys. And this is what kicks off KOBY's journey. The beginning of a character's journey is extremely important because it establishes their outlook on the world. A pirate inspired KOBY to go after his dream. A pirate saved KOBY. Because of this, KOBY has the proper start to not think in absolutes about pirates. Think about Doflamingo's Marineford speech. Kids that have only known peace and kids that have only seen war have different values. The next time we see KOBY is in Water 7. Puberty is kicked in, he's much taller. We find out that Garp is training him. The funny thing is KOBY is filling in what is supposed to be Luffy's shoes. In Garp's mind, Luffy was supposed to be a Marine, not a pirate. That's why I always say KOBY is the main character of the Marines. So the main character of the Marines tries to run the fade with the main character of the story and is quickly humbled. Luffy put that boy down so fast it ain't even funny. KOBY has been in the Marines a hot minute now, and now has a broader scope of the world. He even reflects on the fact that had it not been for Luffy, he would still be swabbing decks for Alvida. Luffy again proclaims he's going to be the king of the pirates, and just like in the beginning of the story, it lights a fire under KOBY again. KOBY now takes his dream to the next level. He now wants to be a Navy Admiral. Although he still lacks confidence, this is a step in the right direction for our Marine main character. The important thing to note is KOBY, although he is friends with Luffy, he has accepted the fact that they will be enemies someday. At the War of the Best is the biggest place where we see KOBY take a huge leap in his character progression. KOBY is in over his head, yeah. He is seeing all type of monsters and he reverts back to how he was in the beginning of the story, a wimp. And he even considers running from the battlefield. This is when he sees Akainu burning somebody's face off for deserting and he changes his mind. Good choice, KOBY. But all throughout the war, KOBY is witnessing the confidence of Luffy. Like him talking his shit to Whitebeard, or him fearlessly stepping to three admirals, or his king's haki leaking all over the battlefield. Loki, I think, seeing this from Luffy, pushes KOBY to take action in Marineford. Luffy has always set a fire under KOBY. He's always triggered him and got him to step up. And KOBY steps up to Luffy and he gets pushed back. He gets knocked out. Later in the war, the Marines have already achieved all their objectives. They have killed Whitebeard and Ace. But the war continues and bodies continue to stack up. KOBY can sense it with his observation haki. Y'all remember the same boy who was scared to step up to Alvida in chapter 2? Well, he's in front of the most ruthless Marine to ever exist. And he has resolved himself to die as long as he say what's on his chest. Talk about fucking development for your ass. Even though Shanks is the enforcer that stopped the war, KOBY was the man that planted the seeds to stop the war. Now post-time skip, KOBY is a star globally. He's known as the hero of the Rocky Port incident, and his name is starting to be mentioned with people like Law and Blackbeard. KOBY's importance to the story is so vital that Oda has him in the panel with all of the big dogs. I talking Dragon, Akinu, Emu, Garling, all those monsters. KOBY was a part of that panel. So that shows me that KOBY is the future. Also post-time skip, Oda has doubled down on KOBY being the next Garp, with him joining Sword. Although Garp was never in Sword, he had a sword-like mentality where he moved to the beat of his own drum. This allowed him to move freely and build his legacy. KOBY joining Sword indicates that during his time in the Marines, sometime off-screen, he saw the complications of being tied down to that structure and he wanted to move more freely outside the traditional way of things. This is far from that shy, timid kid from chapter 2 that always followed the rules unquestioned and didn't talk back. It builds on KOBY from Marineford who challenges the norms. You see, KOBY is an example of the new generation of Marines and how they will operate. He's cut from the same cloth as someone like Fujitaro. Now I want to talk about the power progression of KOBY. Keep in mind that there are natural born monsters in the One Piece world. A 10-year-old girl that can one-shot a giant easily, or a young Garp that is capable of taming a lion. I mean, look at the picture of Garp on the lion and tell me if that man was born with a fair gene. Judging by how KOBY is holding that broom in chapter 2, I think it's safe to assume that that dude had no natural fighting talent at all at the start of his journey. But KOBY has something that you can't teach, and that's determination and heart. Oda has decided to go the blue-collar route for KOBY. I mean the Rock Lee route. And he undergoes extreme training. His training consists of battleship bags where he punches battleships repeatedly without haki and it leaves his hands bloody. This is the same training regimen Garp used for Aokiji, and look at the monster it made him. His training is extremely rigorous and time consuming because if we look closely at the panels, we can see seasons changing. We also see that like Garp is mentioning, Dragon is now a Revolutionary Army member. So now that shows time progressing and how much time KOBY spending putting his work in the lab. This is the training that prepares him for his big moment against Avalo Pizarro, where he destroys a city-sized hand. Personally, I would scale that attack around Gear 4 Boundman level, or even better because KOBY destroyed a wider area than Luffy. This leads me to believe that KOBY's destructive capacity is now at Yonko Commander level. Another thing to note is Honesty Impact uses advanced Animens Haki. So it's safe to say that KOBY's rank is misleading and it doesn't reflect his power. We have never seen a Marine with a feat like Honesty Impact, to be honest. KOBY has also underwent more off-screen training to develop Rukushiki, which is a superhuman martial arts. When he blitzes Luffy at Marineford, that shows his progression from a regular dude in chapter 2 to a superhuman. And during the time skip, Oda builds on KOBY's speed feats and observation haki. KOBY not only senses a torpedo underwater, but he has the speed to outrun it too. This reminds me a lot of Sanji's speed, and I will scale his speed around the same level of Sanji. Another thing to note is Vice Admirals don't automatically have observation haki, so this is another example of KOBY's rank not reflecting his power. He's way beyond the Vice Admirals. The ultimate indicator of KOBY's character and power progression will be him unlocking King's Haki. KOBY is supposed to be the protege of Garp, and Garp was a conqueror. But the problem with KOBY getting King's Haki is everyone who has shown to have King's Haki has had a naturally strong aura to them from they were born. I feel like King's Haki would be KOBY's brave warrior of the sea movement, because it will show how you went from a scared wimpy kid to a man whose presence is strong enough to knock out enemies. And my friend, that is peak writing. If you feel in the video, like, subscribe, and join the notification bell. This was a fun one making.